Jambo kabisa mtazamaji au Jeli TV, tunaendelea na mijadala yetu kuhusu masuala ya kisiasa na demokrasia barani Afrika. Tutajikita katika nchi ya Kenya ambapo tutakuwa na mtaalamu nguli wa masuala ya kisiasa Bwana Edwin Oguna. Mimi ni mwanahabari wako Aljen. Karibu sana. Mheshimiwa bwana, swali la dondoo la kwanza ambalo nipo nalo kwa leo ni kwamba wewe kama mtu ambaye amebobea katika masuala ya kisiasa na masuala ya demokrasia Afrika pamoja na nchini Kenya, tungependa kufahamu kwamba je, unaonaje tume ya uchaguzi ya Kenya? Je, iko tayari kusimamia uchaguzi katika misingi ile ya uhuru na haki ambayo inazingatia misingi yote ya kidemokrasia katika uchaguzi utakaoenda kufanyika 2027, au ni nini unakiona pale? Karibu sana.
Asante Bwana Eugene kutoka Eugene TV. Kule nchini Kenya tuna tume ambayo inajulikana kama IEBC. Ni kwa maana ni tume huru ambayo imekabidhiwa mamlaka ya kusimamia uchaguzi wa huru na haki. Kwa hivyo kwa maoni yangu,
ndio
mpaka sasa hivi sioni kama ina uwezo wa kusimamia uchaguzi wa huru na haki.
Nikukatishe kidogo ndugu mheshimiwa hapo. Ni kwa nini unasema haiwezi kusimamia uchaguzi wa huru na haki wakati ndio chombo kilichopewa mamlaka na nchi kusimamia uchaguzi mkuu?
Asante. Labda niruhusu kuelezea kwa lugha ya Kiingereza. IEBC in the previous elections we have seen IEBC presiding over previous elections, but the interest is not in other political seats, but the presidential election. We have seen since 2013 there has been so many petitions of presidential election at the Supreme Court, faulting the procedure in which those elections have been conducted.
Yes.
Now, my problem, why I'm saying that, to me, I don't see IEBC in a position of presiding over a credible election is that the elections are allegedly rigged in every election period, and these elections, the rigging of elections, to me is due to what we call a constitutional lacuna or a gap in our constitution. You know, if you look at these African constitutions, they are made in such a way that they do not cater for future problems. They don't capture future problems. So election in Kenya is captured in Kenyan constitution, especially the presidential election. If you look at the chapter 10 of Kenyan constitution, it talks about the presidential election and transmission of the result, and this is where the problems of presidential election. This particular chapter of the Constitution directs that IEBC should conduct credible and verifiable elections and declare the winner within 7 days. And then you look at the transmission of this result. The Constitution allows the result to be transmitted electronically. In several occasions, when these elections are petitioned at the Supreme Court, we hear the petitioners calling for the opening of servers. That means they want to verify the results that were transmitted electronically. But again, if you look at the same Constitution, it allows that the results must be declared by the presidential returning officer, who is the chairman of the IEBC. That means there is no anyone who can declare or can announce the presidential election result. And these elections or these results are tallied in form. There are 3 different forms that are used to tally these results. The first form is known as Form 34A. This is a kind of form that is used to collect the election result from the polling station. Then they are taken and tallied at the constituency level, where they come up with Form 34B. That means Form 34B contains all the result, the presidential election result of the whole constituency. Then from the constituency, these results are then retallied at the county level, where they come up with Form 34C. But again, after tallying and retallying these forms, the Constitution requires that before the declaration, this Form 34As should be retallied at the National Tallying Center before the declaration of the presidential result. To my view, this is where the loophole is. And we can only help this when we amend the Constitution and come up with a scenario where a returning officer at the constituency level or county level can declare a presidential result on a national television, so that there is no mess during the process of this transmission. Actually, to me, election is rigged during the transmission of these Form 34As. So I think we should have a scenario where this presidential result can be declared using Form 34B at the constituency level. That is my take. So to me, before that amendment of the Constitution, I think there is no any IEBC that can be ready